We're into the home stretch of our coaches show for Pizza Hut Family Restaurant Bucyrus on WQEL YouTube channel, and we're brought to you this evening by Luann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing and Signs, located on Route 309 right across from the Marion Depot. Also Dr. Thomas M. Brinton at Clubview Vision Center. Mike Klein at Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead and Marion. Also, the Ohio State University at Marion, a Big Ten education close to home. Ted Coder, Monarch Body Shop up in Dutchtown. And Blythe Friedley and Todd McDougal at Friedley and Company Insurance in New Washington. My privilege to welcome to our microphones now Chris Moyer, who is the varsity assistant boys coach at Buckeye Central. And Coach, let's talk a little about our program this year. Buckeye Central, for lack of a better word, struggled a little bit last year. Is that fair?
No, that's a fair statement, Dave.
Yeah. All right. And talk to me a little bit about what can we expect this year with some additional experience from last year.
Yeah. You know, we did make some great strides. We won 9 or 10 games there. We were pretty competitive in games. We have our starting 5 are going to all be coming back from last year, so we have some experience.
All right, well, then the lights are beginning to shine a little bit more.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about the total numbers that you have on your team.
We're at about 25 kids. We actually have some
Good.
really good numbers this year.
So you have a strong JV program. Do you have a freshman program?
Yep, we'll have a freshman program. We have 7 freshmen, so
All right.
they will play a small schedule there.
All right. Will some of the freshmen get to see some JV action?
Absolutely. We'll try to get them some time as well to get them in front of the lights and get them acclimated. You know, this year with being able to have fans back, it's going to be good for the kids, get some energy. But
Good for the whole community.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So talk to me a little about what you expect out of this basketball team this year, Coach.
Well, we're going to be undersized. You know, Aiden's our biggest kid at 6'1", so we're going to have to run, and we're going to have to play from the defensive end. But for us, it comes down to 2 things. It's pretty simple. We're going to have to rebound, and we're going to have to take care of the basketball.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you a really tough question here. The biggest guy being 6'1", rebounding sometimes becomes a little bit of a problem. I just talked to the Winford guys, and they got some guys under 6'5". That's an advantage.
Absolutely. You know, and Tyler and Casey and our other guards, they're going to have to rebound. You know,
Right.
we need all 5. We need all 5 going to the glass there.
All right.
And,
So are we talking crashing the boards?
absolutely,
All right.
absolutely. And Aiden and Damian Dean, we got some physical guys that can move. They're strong.
Well, they're
you know?
football players.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But we're going to have that attitude, or we're going to struggle if we can't get people off the glass.
Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you sometimes have that attitude, you only got 5 fouls per player. Does that sometimes mean that we're going to be having to worry about foul trouble?
Absolutely, absolutely. But we do have some good depth. We're gonna be 9-10 deep, so we do have some depth coming off the bench here to be able to help out as well.
All right. Talk to me about the expectations that you have for Buckeye Central basketball. Obviously, you got a lot of people coming back. You won. Actually, that's pretty good. A little bit better than I was expecting. You said 8, 9, 10 games last year?
Yeah, 10.
10 games. All right,
yeah.
well, that was not all that horrible.
No, made some great strides. Aiden and Casey being seniors here, this senior class, I thought last year we made a good turn here to get the program going the right way. It's no secret. We've struggled for the last 4 or 5 years. These guys are going to come on the court and they're going to play hard and they're going to play a good brand of basketball. We're going to play, obviously with our size, we're going to have to get up and down, we're going to have to defend, and that's the number one thing, is just be consistent and play the game the right way.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about your career as a basketball coach? How long have you been with the Buckeye Central program?
This will be my 4th season at Buckeye. I was varsity assistant at Plymouth for 3 years prior to coming to Buckeye. I grew up in Plymouth, but had the opportunity, a lot of good coaches. I grew up, Dave Hershey and Brad Turson those were my coaches when I was at Plymouth. So
Dave Hershey was my son's coach at Bucyrus back in 1999.
You know, still very good friends with both Hershey and Turson, and them guys as a young kid from when I was 8th grade to a freshman taught me the game. They were the first ones ever take me to a state basketball tournament. It's kind of where I grew to love the game. So got a lot of good influence throughout the coaching.
No, you teach as well?
I do not. I am not a teacher.
What are you doing when you're not coaching basketball?
Well, unfortunately, I have to work. I work at MTD and Willer's.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I got a good job, but get to see the kids. You know, I love the game a lot. Love being around the kids, even though they drive you crazy sometimes. But basketball to me is the best sport there is.
All right, talk to me a little about the N10 and where you see yourself in the N10. Because it's a very good football or basketball program.
Well, you know, I mean, every conversation starts with Crawford. I mean, you got Valentin and Studer coming back. Obviously, two great players. I think Carey's gonna have a good team once they get everybody out. You know, their football run here. Mm-hmm. Then I think you know, obviously Upper Mohawk and us and Winford. I think we're all kind of battling for a position here. I think we all expect to compete night in and night out, and I have no doubt that we're going to compete in the league.
All right. Very good. Here, what we're going to do, we got young men around the table, Aiden McDougal, Casey Geissman, and Tyler Sanderson all with us. And we'll be doing that here in just a moment. Our show brought to you in part by Vince Ponziani and everybody at Waycraft Industries. Rod Steiger, Pizza, Osiris Gallion, host of the show since 1992. And the Burkhardt family at Burkhardt Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer on the Manette New Winchester Road. Also, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, Bucyrus. Hannah Newton at Wendy's, downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky. Lee Plymel, Brad Seibert, Plymel Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Guy. We move this microphone right over here to Mr. McDougal, who's a veteran of this program. And Aiden, let's talk a little about it. This is your senior year, and what exactly do you expect? First of all, what positions are you in this year?
I'm mainly a forward for us.
All right.
If it's necessary for me to handle the ball, I'll do my best to do so.
All right.
But I'm going to be down low for the most part.
All right. So they're expecting you almost to be a little bit of a post player then as well.
Yes.
And I mean, getting physical inside the paint.
That's what they're telling me.
That's what they're telling you. All right. And how do you feel about being a 6'1" guy going up against 6'2"? All right. Well, I'm sorry I screwed you out of that edge, buddy. But let's talk a little about, you know, going up against guys that are 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". There's a little bit of a challenge in that, isn't there?
Yeah, it won't be easy. I'll have to be physical against them, and I'll see what I can do.
All right. So, are you ever hearing the term box out from the bench when you go down the floor and you just got that handled pretty well?
I got to work on it, but I'm trying to take care of it. Yeah.
All right. So, what is the best part of your ball game?
I feel like I can see the floor right, and I'm able to move the ball.
All right.
I think that helps our team out.
All right. What are your goals this year, buddy?
I want to win a lot of basketball games.
Win a lot of basketball
Make a run in the tournament at the end of the season.
All right.
That's what it comes down to.
It all comes down to that. And as a senior, I probably asked you this question before. You got any plans for college after Buckeye Central?
Yeah, I want to go to college for engineering, but I'm working all the ins and outs. Trying to figure that out still.
All right. And, you know, if you had to give me your top three for college and engineering, what would they be?
UC, I'm down in Cincinnati. It's number
All right.
one.
That's very good school for engineering. Yeah.
I got OSU.
And they're not bad. I've got a son that graduated from engineering there.
And then my third option would be Akron.
Akron's also very good. Put a fourth one on there, University of Toledo. Very good engineering program up there. Have you touched base with them at all?
I'm not for my specific department.
And, I'm sorry?
Not for the department I'm looking into.
Okay. Now, okay. What type of engineering are you looking at?
Aerospace.
Okay. Well, I did not know that. So that's very good, buddy. I appreciate it. So you're gonna be an astronaut or what? Or just build the capsules to take them up there?
Try to build some airplanes, hopefully.
Very good.
We'll see what happens.
All right, good for you, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Next is Casey Geissman. Casey is also a senior. And Casey, talk a little about your basketball career at Buckeye Central. What do you expect this year?
I expect for us to compete in every game. I think we're capable of that, and I hope we can do that.
All right. What do you bring to the table? What positions do you play? And
Point guard and shooting guard. I like to, I handle the ball, just try to make those impact plays when I can, and defend.
All right. So you're bringing the ball up the floor. You're looking for somebody maybe that might be open inside the lane. Although, you know, having talked to your coach and Mr. McDougal here, it might be a little crowded in there. Let's face it, you're going to be a little bit smaller. So they're probably going to be I'm just guessing here, depending on you to be able to pull that three-point shot. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, me, Alex, Canny, and Tyler Sanderson, and we got a couple other shooters too. We definitely got to be hitting our shots since we're not going to get that post look every time just from how small we are.
All right. Maybe they'll come out and defend you a little bit, open up the lane a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Goals for this year?
Yeah, just to, like Aiden said, to be competitive and win a lot of games.
All right. What's spring look like for you? Spring sports? Spring sports look.
Baseball. Yeah.
Baseball. All right.
Yeah, it's looking good.
And college?
I want to go for business, maybe
right.
at North Central State or Uno up in Lima.
All right. Good for you, buddy. I appreciate you stopping by. Finally, down at the end of the table there, veteran of the show, Tyler Sanderson, a junior. And Tyler, talk a bit about your role in this basketball team.
I definitely like to see myself as kind of an all-around player, just play wherever coach needs me to be. If I need to make a pass, make the pass, or if I need to hit a shot, just make that shot. Just kind of do what I'm asked of.
All right. You got your basketball legs underneath you. I didn't get a chance to talk to Aiden about that, but you got your basketball legs underneath you after a season of football?
Well, I was out for most of the football season, so I kind of just focused myself on getting ready
Into
for
basketball?
Yeah,
All right.
so.
And the injuries are in better shape right now?
Yeah, I got cleared like with a week left of football season, so since then I've been just kind of working on getting myself ready for basketball and all the running that goes into that.
All right. Spring sports?
I'm gonna play baseball this year. I haven't played in a few years, but I'm just kind of looking for something to fill my schedule and have some fun.
All right. Good for you, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. If you pass that microphone down, we're going to break here for a second and tell everybody that our show is brought to you in part by Roger Brown at Weeks Lock and Safe, South Poplar and West Warren Street. Also, Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Hyland, and everybody at Bucyrus Blades, serving worldwide markets from Bucyrus since 1951. Rob Lust, Edgefield Animal Clinic, Marion. Matt Studer, Spitzer, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram, Kia, a mile east of the Richland Mall. Also, Coach Tim Plumley at Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, and Doug Luthold and everybody at Advanced Fiber Technology. And Coach Chris Moyer, varsity assistant, let's talk about the first games coming up, when and where.
We have Plymouth. We're at Buckeye here on Friday.
So you're going back home a little bit then,
Yeah,
right?
yep. We've opened up with them for the last 3 or 4 years.
All right.
Plymouth's got some pretty good talented kids, the Miller kid and the Goff kid, and they also got a move-in from Shelby this year, big kid, 6'5".
All right.
So
just what you needed, right?
yeah, and it's going to be a very competitive game. Very, very familiar with these guys. These guys have played against them for a couple of years. It's going to be a grind. We just got to figure out how to handle the big guy. We don't have an answer for him in the post.
First league game coming up.
Crawford.
Oh my God, they threw you the big.
We have a busy schedule, double weekend, Friday Plymouth, Saturday Crestline, and then we come back Tuesday with South Central and Crawford Friday the following Friday. So
You got Crawford 2 weeks in a row.
yeah, no, Crestline is Saturday.
Crestline,
Yeah,
okay.
Crestline Saturday, South Central, and then Crawford
Okay.
on the following Friday. So yeah, we're gonna get. We
got
got them
your
at
week
home.
up.
We got them at home here, so we'll kind of be a good gauge of where we're at early in the season.
All right. Coach, thank you so much for sharing some time with us. I wish you the best of luck. We'll look forward to you and your visits on the show here at Pizza in the near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'd like to wrap things up and tell everybody that we've got a lot of things coming up, and I need to find my cheat sheet here. Here we are. First of all, we'd like to thank General Manager Crystal Stewart at Pizza Hut for her hospitality here at our show. And also my producer Danny Lane, along with Cameron Moon and Harper Boggs, who have been our remote engineers. A listing of all things going on. Right now, we've got Ohio State men's basketball on 92.7 FM WQEL. Tomorrow night, a little bit of a change. Coach's Corner East will be Tuesday night instead of Wednesday on the Facebook page. And that is with Mike Sparks and Galleon Crestline and Colonel Crawford. High school basketball to follow. Girls game, Winford at River Valley, 7:30 Tuesday evening. On Thursday, we've got an interesting show. It's not sports. That Will Beard hooked us up with this one. From noon to 3, rock and roll music at the movies, a Thanksgiving Day special, noon to 3 on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Friday, we've got the big Santa Claus parade in downtown Bucyrus. Kim, Jenny, and I will be doing the remote beginning at 4 o'clock from the City Hall front porch. High school basketball on WQEL. It's a girls' game. No, it's a boys' game. It's Willard and Upper Sandusky on WQEL. Then on 7:30, a high school boys basketball game. You're on the radio, buddy. 7:30, Buckeye Central and Plymouth on 107.5 WBCO. Followed by the Friday Night Phone Board with Mike Sparks. Saturday, we've got Ohio State football. They're playing that team up north. Broadcast coverage begins at 10:30 from Ann Arbor, Michigan on 92.7 FM. Boys basketball, Buckeye Central. Double weekend, guys. You're playing Crestline, and that'll be on 92.7 Saturday evening. The Saturday Night Phone Board to follow with Will Beer. We'd like to thank all of our guests from Bucyrus, Winford, and Buckeye Central. On behalf of all of our guests and everybody here at Pizza Hut Bucyrus, this is Davey Jones. Have a good evening, everybody.